Hello. Um, Today I'm going to tell you a story about how dancing literally changed my life. Um, I got inspired to actually do this video because I started seeing a series that is called Physical. Um, it's with Byron Rose. I think that's her name. She's like an Australian actress who did like a series about a woman that struggles with a food disorder, that she starts doing aerobics and it's gonna make her feel empowered in her own body. And I felt inspired by that, and um I was like, why won't I tell my own story with dancing? um so for me it came from a place of a lot of pain that I've dealt with. In 14, I was diagnosed with social anxiety and depression. So, as you can probably imagine, I had a lot of pain in my mind. And every time I would go to school and I would come back, I would immediately start dancing out of nowhere. And after I danced, I used to dance for a lot of hours, I have to say, which was not very usual to me because I was not the most disciplined person ever, but I feel like I had some kind of an ambition inside of me that just wanted to get out, and this is how it got out. So I started dancing every time I would come home. Um and my parents wouldn't know. Um and I would sometimes lock the door with a little thingy that you put on the door that you close it so that they wouldn't like come home and like watch me dance because um I felt very shameful about it somehow. I knew that I have back then like body image problems and stuff like that, but um I felt like I was supposed to hide it somehow. I don't know how. Um so I did that for a long time. A very long time. We're talking here years here. For a couple of years I did that. Um and that was the only way I felt that I literally like got the pain out. And I did that a lot of times. I wouldn't tell nobody about it. And 2 years ago, um, a person I know, a friend of mine, she said, "Oh, we have this dancing lesson that I want to try out. Want to come with me?" And then I was like, "Yeah, why not?" And although I felt a lot of shame around it, still I wanted to go there and try for myself. And it was for the first time. It's not was the first time in my life because I used to be um I learned like how to be a ballerina for like 1 year, but it wasn't like professionally done or something like that. It was very casual, and then I kind of stopped, but it was when I was a child. It wasn't when I faced all these mental issues and shame like I was um when I was a teenager. So then I came to the lesson with her, and at first it was very fearful because I felt like everybody in the room was watching me, and I saw like I had social anxiety. So every time a person would see me dance, I would just stop a little bit, and I was very cautious about it, and I wasn't like full out like dancing like this. But as time went on, I actually I started getting more comfortable, and it was kind of like life changing. And I remember after a few lessons, like every time I would finish a lesson, I would want to cry because even right now it could make me cry because I felt so much free, and this is something that I always longed for when I was dancing inside of my house. Um, I always wanted to feel this sense of freedom, and I feel like I've achieved that by going to the lessons. And there were like circles of dancers, like two dancers like doing a battle dance. And I remember one time that I did came up, and I felt like nobody was shading me. Like people really were like clapping after, and were like, "Wow, you're really good." And then the teacher like said like, "Are you? Did you learn this like professionally?" And then I remember for the first time that I told him that no, I was just practicing at home, because I didn't realize it back then, but I was actually practicing all these years how to dance. And I felt like it really changed me, and also in the way that I'm expressing myself, I feel like I'm healing a huge part of it right now, and I'm continuing to heal, because the healing never stops. But I feel so much more open now than I was back then, and I came from a place of shame. And if you come from a place like that, there's always a place for you that would make you feel better, and a community that you can find. And it's not like it's not okay to ask for help, and when you actually do reach out, which for me took years to do, you can actually find your purpose, and you can actually connect to your body. So this is what I wanted to say. I actually stopped for a few months of dancing but right now I'm back at it. Today is my first lesson after a long time, and I'm really excited for that. So this is just me sharing my message out there, that if you really want something and you feel fear, I think that you should do it, even though you're afraid, and you can always ask for help and support around you, and you are really not alone. So yeah, I hope this video helped you in some way, and yeah, see you in the next video.